from the storage unit at your weird neighbor Lou's house. And I don't know what's been going on down here, but it doesn't smell good. We have Kurt Berglund here with more Strat Gem Series baseball. This is Game 3 between the 1977 Kansas City Royals and the 1981 New York Yankees. 1977, the year Kansas City Royals went 102-60 and won the American League Western Division. They lost in the American League Championship Series to the 1977 Yankees, but you could still argue, maybe this is the best Royals team ever. Certainly a lot of stars, a lot of star power, a lot of power, a lot of good pitching. For the 1981 New York Yankees, their last hurrah for the group that included Guidry, Reggie Jackson, Lou Piniella, and Willie Randolph. This is their last postseason appearance until 1995, when they would lose in the playoffs to the Seattle Mariners. In 1981, the New York Yankees went 59-48. This series has been a very, very good series. We've played 22 innings of baseball. The first game went 12 innings and was won by the Royals by a score of 5-1. And Game 2 returned to Kauffman Stadium and was won by the Yankees 8-7 in 10 innings. So, very, very close games throughout, 2 extra inning battles, and for Game 3 and the deciding game between these two teams, we return to Yankee Stadium, where the Royals have saved their left-handed starting pitcher, or one of them, and the Yankees are also starting a lefty at home in this game to try and avoid trouble with the short right field porch, and take advantage of the left field Death Valley, and we'll see who pulls it out in Game 3 of this best-of-3 series. So, without further ado, let's look at the lineups. The visiting Kansas City Royals go like this. Leading off and playing shortstop, Freddie Patek. Batting second, DH Hal McRae. Batting third baseman George Brett. Batting fourth, right fielder Al Cowens. Batting fifth, first baseman John Mayberry. Batting sixth, center fielder Amos Otis. Batting seventh, catcher Darrell Porter. Batting eighth, left fielder Joe Zebb. Batting ninth, second baseman Frank White. And on the mound for the Royals in this deciding game is left-hander Paul Splittorff. And in 1977, Paul Splittorff went 16-6 with a 3.69 earned run average and 37 starts and 229 innings of work. For the homestanding 1981 New York Yankees, we will see second baseman Willie Randolph leading off, followed by center fielder Jerry Mumphrey batting second. Dave Winfield, the left fielder, bats third. Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, bats fourth. Lou Piniella, the DH, bats fifth. Greg Nettles, the third baseman, bats sixth. Bob Watson, the first baseman, bats seventh. Larry Milbourne, the shortstop, bats eighth. And Rick Cerone, the catcher, bats ninth. The pitcher for the Yankees, also a left-hander, Dave Righetti. Dave Righetti in 1981 went 8-4 in his rookie season with a 2.05 earned run average, 15 starts in that strike-shortened year, with 105 innings of work. Impressively, he only allowed 1 home run in that season. So, we are ready to go. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Thanks for joining me. Please click like and subscribe to my channel. More baseball coming up in the days to come. Freddie Patek leading off against Righetti. And that's a line drive taken by Nettles and 1 out, and we are underway. Hal McRae steps in. And Hal lines a base hit to left field, and he's aboard. 1 on with 1 out for George Brett. Facing Righetti, lefty. And that's a ground ball, Nettles. He takes it, goes to Randolph for 1, and McRae with a nice hard slide breaks up 2. And Brett is safe at first with 2 outs. Al Cowan steps in. And Al swings and misses at Righetti gas. And that retires the Royals in the first. Go to the bottom of the first. It's Willie Randolph, Jerry Mumphrey, and Dave Winfield against Paul Splittorff. Ground ball third, that's George Brett. He's going to throw across to Mayberry, and that's 1 down for the Yankees. Jerry Mumphrey. Line drive, base hit, left field for Mumphrey. He's aboard. And Winfield will come to the plate with a man on. Ground ball short. That's Matic. And Freddie flips to White, who throws to Mayberry, and that is a 6-4-3 pitcher's best friend twin killing, and we are done with the first inning in the Bronx. We go to the top of the second. John Mayberry stands in against Dave Righetti. We are scoreless, and Mayberry strikes out on Righetti gas. Amos Otis with nobody out. Lines a shot to left field. Winfield lays out and makes the diving catch. 2 down in the second, and Darrell Porter popped it up. Randolph is going to wave everybody off, and after an inning and a half, we are scoreless in New York. Reggie Jackson stands in against Paul Splittorff, and Reggie draws a walk. Lou Piniella stands in against the left-hander. He hits a fly ball to right. Al Cowens has plenty of room, and he makes the play for out number 1. Reggie returns to first base. Greg Nettles, line shot, base hit down the left field line. Zeb's going to have to dig it out of there. But before he does, Jackson gets to third. Nettles takes second on the double, and the Yankees have runners on second and third with 1 man out in the bottom of the second. Bob Watson stands in with a chance to put the Yankees in front. Royals infield in at the corners. Line show, no, we have a wild pitch chance for Splittorff. He does not throw a wild pitch. Ground ball short. That's Matic. He's going to throw across to Mayberry for the out. However, Jackson scores from third, and Nettles holds at second. The Yankees lead 1-0. Larry Milbourne wants to drive in that second run. It's a looper. It's a looper. And it's caught by Freddie Matic. The Yankees settle for 1 run in the second, but they do take a 1-0 lead. All right, Joe Zeb stands in against Righetti, leading off the third. He strikes out. Righetti breaking ball. Third strikeout on the day for Rags, and we go to Frank White. And that's hit to left. Winfield on the run toward the gap, and he makes the play. 2 down. And Freddie Matic. Ground ball third, that's Nettles. We'll throw to Watson with no trouble, and we are through 2.5, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Rick Cerrone batting ninth for the Yankees today against Splittorf. Hits one to center field, where Amos Otis will back up a few steps but have no trouble. And that's one down. Willie Randolph draws a walk. He could go. He could go. Let's see what they want to do here. The Yankees are going to send Randolph, and here's the hit and run. Okay, so this is a pass ball chance for Porter. Not a pass ball. So we have a ground ball to Matic. And Fred will make the play to first, and that will retire Mumphrey. However, Randolph advances to second on the hit and run. With 2 outs, it's Dave Winfield. They're going to walk him and get to Reggie. There's 2 men out, 2 men on, 2 men out. The Royals get the platoon advantage on Reggie Jackson. And Reggie hits a ground ball to first. That's Mayberry, who's going to take it himself, and the Royals dodge a bullet in the third. We go to the fourth, and it's Yankees 1, Royals nothing, and Hal McRae leads off. Be McRae, Brett, and Cowens. Hal is 1 for 1 today. And he is 2 for 2 on a base hit to left field. So he's aboard, and Brett is up against Rigetti. And Brett grounded out. Ground ball first base. Watson is going to flip to Rigetti. That'll move McRae up. And the Royals have a man in scoring position. He's the tying run with Al Cowan standing in. Al's 0 for 1 today. 1 out. Line shot caught by Milbourne, and that's 2 down. John Mayberry is up with 2 outs. Rigetti has a chance to get out of it. He's got the platoon advantage. And he hits. He plunks Mayberry. Big John's not liking that too much. Amos Otis stands in. 2 on, 2 out for the Royals center fielder. That's a looper. That's caught by Milbourne, and that will retire the side. After 3.5, it's Yankees 1, Royals nothing in the Bronx. Lou Piniella against Splittorf. Lines a base hit right up the middle. And the Yankees have something going in the bottom of the fourth. Greg Nettles stands in. Doubled in the second. He hits a line drive, but right at White for 1 down. Bob Watson stands in. Piniella on first. Wonderful double play targets for the Royals. That's hit to left. Nope. That's a wild pitch chance. Splittorf does not throw a wild pitch. Watson hits a ground ball to Brett. He goes to White for 1. The relay, not in time. Bob Watson legs it out. And if only we had video of that one. Larry Milbourne stands in with Watson on first. Milbourne stands in against the lefty Splittorf and promptly strikes out on a called third changeup. We go to the top of the 5th, and it's Yankees 1, Royals nothing. Rigetti throwing a good one. He's allowed 2 hits so far only. to Hal McRae, and Daryl Porter, Joe Zeb, and Frank White will be the batters in the top of the fifth. Porter hits one to center, a mile high, but Jerry Mumphrey's going to make the play, and that's one down. Joe Zeb with nobody on. He whiffed in the third. That's a chance for Cerrone. And Rick Cerrone does not commit an error, and Zeb hits a tapper in front of the plate. Cerrone pounces on it and throws to first for the out. That's two down. And Frank White stands in. Frank is 0 for 1 on the day. Righetti makes him look bad on some high heat. We are through 4.5, and the Yankees lead 1-0. Cerrone leads off the bottom of the fifth, and he's 0 for 1 today. He strikes out against a Splittorff breaking ball. Willie Randolph. And Willie lines a base hit. He's aboard, 1 man on, 1 man out. And he's going to try for the jump with Mumphrey at bat. Mumphrey's 1 for 2 today. Willie does not get the jump. Mumphrey takes a strike, and the pitch to him now is ball 4. 2 on for the Yankees. 1 man out. Winfield steps in. Reggie's on deck. Winfield is 0 for 1. He was walked intentionally as well. Comebacker, Splittorff to Matic to Mayberry, and that kills the Yankees in the fifth. Dave Winfield has rolled into 2 double plays in this game. All right, we go to the top of the sixth, and it's going to be the top of the Royals order. Matic, McRae, and Brett as they try and mount a comeback. Ground ball, Randolph. And Willie will make the play for out number 1. McRae owns the 2 Royals hits today. He is up now against Righetti. Ground ball short, that's Milbourne. And Larry Milbourne throws out McRae for the first time, and that's 2 down. George Brett, 0 for 2 today. Ground ball short, that's Milbourne again. And they get him. That's 3. So 7 in a row for Righetti. We're through 5.5. Yankees lead 1-0. Yankees have Jackson, Piniella, and Nettles leading off the 6th. And Reggie smashes a ground ball at first, but Mayberry gloves it, and he's going to take it himself for out number 1. Lou Piniella is 1 for 2 today. He hits a fly ball to right. That's Al Cowens with plenty of room. 2 down. And Greg Nettles is 1 for 2 with a double. And that's a fly ball center field. And that will retire the side. We go to the 7th. And the Yankees lead 1-0 with Al Cowens, John Mayberry, and Amos Otis standing in against Dave Righetti, throwing a good one. And that's a base hit for Cowens down the line. Winfield's going to dig it out of the corner, but Cowens will make second on a double, a leadoff double with a good chance for the Royals to tie this thing up. That is Cowens' 3rd double in the series. He is 6 for 14 at the plate. John Mayberry stands in. And the Yankees are going to get Davis warming up. And what the heck, why not Dave LaRoche as well? Davis and LaRoche throwing in the Yankee bullpen here in the top of the 7th. Mayberry stands in. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Righetti blows him away with more heat. That's 5 strikeouts on the day for Righetti. And Amos Otis stands in. He'd love to bring Cowens home, but he strikes out on a Righetti breaking ball. That's 2 down. And Darryl Porter. And Porter draws a walk. 1st and 2nd. So now the choice for Bob Lemon, who just woke up from his nap on the bench, is to have Righetti face Joe Zeb or bring in Ron Davis and see a pinch hitter. Might be Tom Poquette, might be Pete Lecoq, might be Joe LaHood. And they're going to stick with Righetti against Zeb. Whitey Herzog's not thrilled with the matchup, but he doesn't have anything better, and so it's going to be a fly ball to center field. Mumphrey's in a few steps, and Righetti works his way out of trouble in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch him out. Yankees 1, Royals nothing, and Splittorff back on the bump against Watson. And a chance for Darryl Porter. And Porter does not commit an error, and Watson hits a number out in front of the plate. Porter jumps on it and throws to Mayberry for the out. That's 1 down in the 7th. Larry Milbourne 0 for 2 today with a strikeout against Splittorff. Ground ball 2nd. Frank White is going to flip to Mayberry. That's 2 down. And Rick Cerrone with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 0 for 2 today against Splittorff. Ground ball short. That's Patek. And Freddie's going to throw out Cerrone by 14 steps. We go to the 8th. And it's getting late. The Yankees lead 1-0. Righetti is back on the mound. Davis and LaRoche are ready, and Frank White leads off. Frank is 0 for 2. Frank is 0 for 3 as he strikes out on Righetti gas. That is, because I can't remember what I said before, 7 strikeouts on the day for Righetti. Fred Patek stands in. He's 0 for 3 today. Hasn't hit the ball out of the infield. He still hasn't. That's gas and 8 strikeouts for Righetti. And Hal McRae, 2 for 3 today. Hit hard. Hit down the line into the left field corner. McRae's got another hit. He's actually got a double, and Winfield throws it back in. So, George Brett stands in with 2 outs, and McRae on second. Chance to tie the game. 0 for 3 today for Brett. And he strikes out, and that retires the Royals in the 8th. Wow. Righetti's throwing a gem. Got to give him credit. 4 hits. No walks. Seems like he's getting stronger. 5 of his last 6 outs have been by strikeout. Willie Randolph in the bottom of the 8th. Doug Bird and Larry Gura are ready in the Royals bullpen should they be needed. But Splittorff is still on. Randolph is 1 for 2 on the day. He walked as well. Pitch to Willie. Hit a comebacker. It's a comebacker to Splittorff. And Paul makes the play for out number 1. And Splittorff, very quietly, has retired 8 in a row. Jerry Mumphrey, 1 for 2 today with a walk. Strikes him out. Splittorff still has something in the tank. That's 3 strikeouts for Splittorff today. He's only allowed 4 hits. And Dave Winfield. Yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to leave Splittorff in. Winfield's 0 for 2 today. 2 double plays. And Splittorff strikes him out. And we go to the 9th. With the score, the 81 Yankees won the 77 Royals. Nothing. And now we're in a little bit different spot. Righetti is back on the mound. But it's Goose Gossage that's ready in the bullpen. And Al Cowan's set to lead off. Al's 1 for 3. He doubled in the 7th. Ground ball short. That's Milbourne. To Watson, and 1 down. Mayberry. Going to let him bat against the left-hander. Mayberry's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Gas. Let's count them up again. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts for Mayberry, and it's all up to Amos Otis, the last chance for the 77 Royals. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Amos strikes out. That ends the series. It's a 1-0 gem for the 3rd and final and deciding game of this series. Let's talk about the line score. For the victorious New York Yankees, winners at home after they dropped the first game of the series. 1 run on 4 hits, and they committed no errors. For the 77 Kansas City Royals, no runs on 4 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher, Dave Righetti, who was dominant in this deciding game of the series with a complete game victory. And the loser, Paul Splittorff. We have a couple of complete games in Game 3 of the series. So, the 81 Yankees come out on top in this one, just as the Yankees did in the 76 ALCS, as they did in the 77 ALCS, and as they did in the 78 ALCS against the Royals as well. So, the Yankees take this series by 2-1. Thank you so much for joining me, and please stay tuned for more baseball. Please click like and subscribe, and have a great day. So long, everybody.